This morning on BRN, nudging kids to choose healthier foods. Joining me now to discuss this is Professor Michal Maimairan of the Kellogg School of Management. Professor Maimairan, it is so great to see you. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much, Jeffrey. I'm very happy to be here today.
And this is amazing work and a great study. Let's back up a little bit, talk at a very high level. So much of what our children eat is ultra processed foods. And I'm thinking about the cereals that I grew up with, Rice Krispies, Cocoa Krispies. So much of the food that we eat, or the kids eat, is ultra processed. That's not really a good thing.
Unfortunately, no, it's not a good thing. I mean, there's a balance between trying to make life easier and have like handy snacks, handy food, especially with more working parents. We want to make it easier for parents to cook for kids. But at the same time, we want to keep in mind how we can keep our kids healthier and how we can instill in them healthier habits for life. So yes, we cannot avoid processed food altogether, but we can think of ways in which we introduce healthier food, such as fruits, vegetables, and other fresh food items.
And kids today, and they get bombarded more than I did growing up. I mean, I grew up with commercials, but those commercials now are on social media. They hear seeing things, they go over to their friend's house and they get bombarded with what their friends' families are eating. So they're bombarded with a lot of marketing towards some of these ultra processed foods.
Totally. And like you just said, I mean, this has become even more of a challenge nowadays with the amount of information children are exposed to, not only on TV, which like who even like they watch so much more than TV today. They have their own phone, their own devices, social media, they're exposed from their friends. That's why I'm thinking of ways in which we can, encourage them to eat healthier in our small environment, starting with the home, maybe during the school, maybe during their with their peers, would be some steps in terms of helping them getting those healthy habits for life.
So let's talk about ways to do that. And again, you wrote a great piece about how to nudge kids towards those healthier foods. I guess nudge them, but have them make that decision. Where do we start?
Where do we start? So we start with thinking what kids do in their own environment, because we want these interventions to seem ideally natural, so kids would follow along with them and not object to what we are trying to do. So what we did in this project, we identified environments in which children buy snacks and food daily in the school kiosks, and we wanted to see whether we could use some price promotions in order to encourage them to eat healthier food. So the idea was to take something that the kids naturally do every day and find a way for us, the researchers, to combine in this routine and see if we can affect their behavior.
And how did that, just to cut to the chase, how did that come out? Was the study, during the study, were you able to nudge people using price to healthier foods?
Yes. So the way we did it, we worked with the 3 different elementary schools in Panama. Several reasons we worked in Panama. One was we wanted to see how kids behave in developing economy, because usually most of the research that was done in this topic was in developed countries, developed economies. Other reason we worked with the Panama schools was that naturally kids, like I said, bring money to the school kiosk every day and purchase snacks and their lunches. So these are 2 main reasons we worked on this research in Panama. We also worked in collaboration with UNICEF, and they helped us get those contacts in Panama. The way it worked, we contacted the school, the kiosk managers at these different schools. We gave them instructions on how to distribute the coupons, and then the coupons that we gave to the kids included a discount for certain healthier products, like a cereal shake or a natural fruit beverage that we promoted for 3 different days. And we tracked how many of these coupons the children redeem. And this allowed us to test whether giving those price promotions gives a boost in the sales of the products.
And did they choose the healthier product? I mean, because for me now at my age, everything's about price, professor. So what was the net result here?
So we find that there is an immediate boost in the sales of the promoted product across the 3 different schools we worked with. And we used a slightly different message on the coupon in each school and a different product in each of the schools. So we are able to say it's not just this specific message or this specific product that works. What was interesting, though, that after the promotion period ended, and we actually repeated the promotion twice in the duration of about 2 months, but after the promotion period ended, in 2 of the schools, the sales actually dropped below the baseline. But in one of the schools where the promoted product was actually cheaper than most of the products that are sold in the kiosk, we actually saw a boost in the sales even after the promotion ended. And what we think is going on is that when you promote a product that is more expensive than higher products, once the promotion ends, you realize, okay, this is more expensive. I'm not sure if I want to buy it anymore. But when you promote a product that's actually cheaper relative to the other products, yes, you enjoy the promotion period. And then after the promotion ends, the product still remains cheaper relative to other products. So we probably instill some habits in those children. Yes, I want to buy this and continue buying this even after the promotion ends.
And so are children, are they price conscious? I'm not sure the exact ages of these children, but
Right.
were they actually price conscious about what the goods cost? I'm
That's an
just curious.
excellent question. And that was one of the main motivations for this research to begin with. Are children price conscious? Can we use price promotions as a tool to change their behavior and more specifically to encourage them to eat healthier food? And this research is one of the first ones to show that yes, children ages 6 to 11, this was the age of the children we did the study with, are price sensitive. And this is a really advancing research in this area because other papers that have attempted to examine this question using price promotions either dealt with older children, so middle school kids and even high school kids, or they had interventions that were mixed with other interventions in addition to price promotions. So for example, explaining the products or putting posters in the schools or any other intervention, changing the display that did not allow to isolate the effect of price promotion itself.
So I know you did this study in Panama to understand developing economies, but is the belief that this research really, regardless of where the child is, whether it's in the United States or in Europe, the same thought process would apply? It would still, this nudging would still work.
I think it would. And really, there is nothing in our finding that tells me otherwise, right? What's important in order for such an intervention to work is to have the children make their own purchases. Because if you want to see if the child is price sensitive, if you want to see if the child responds to promotions that responds to promotion to healthy food, then you want the child to be the one making the decision. So as long as you're able to create a natural situation or have a natural situation in which the child is the one making those purchases, you should be able to test this hypothesis that children are sensitive to price promotion, and I would expect to find similar results.
And so would you expect marketing, grocery stores, parent groups, et cetera, to undertake this research and now apply it in stores and with their children?
Yes and no, right? Because the question is, what is the motivation of the grocery stores? And that's a
Well, they want to
catch
make money. They just want
because
to make money.
exactly. And do they want to sell the healthy food or do they want to sell the less healthy food? So the catch is that our results show that our kids are responsive to price promotions and are price sensitive. So one could take the flip of it and promote the unhealthy products. And this is where legislation and policymakers can come into place, like what safeguards we can put in place in order to prevent this from happening. But yes, I could see a scenario in which marketers, grocery stores, restaurants take this type of finding and move ahead with it and promote the products they want to promote.
Well, good point. I was hoping that we'd all be on the same side, which is reduce chronic disease and obesity, but you know what? I guess I'm too much of an idealist. Professor, so great to see you. We're going to have to leave it there. So great to see you. Thanks so much for joining us, and we look forward to having you back on the program again very soon.
Thank you so much. Look forward to being back.
And don't forget to subscribe to our daily newsletter, The Morning Pulse, for all the news in one place. Until tomorrow, I'm Jeff Snyder. Stay safe, keep on saving, and don't forget, roll with the changes.